I found out my husband was having dinner with his girlfriend, so I reserved the table right next to theirs and brought her husband with me. We let them finish their appetizers. Then I leaned over and said, "Oh, what a small world." Their faces went pale. We dropped the divorce papers on their table and walked out together. Now he won't stop calling. 2 weeks ago, I thought my life was normal. Married 9 years, 2 kids, a house, a routine. James, my husband, was my best friend. At least I thought he was. He started coming home later, said he was working more. Always tired, always distracted. But the real change started when he met a new client. Her name was Sophia. Suddenly it was, Sophia said this. Sophia thinks I should redesign the lobby. Sophia really understands my work. He lit up when he talked about her. Wore cologne on days he had meetings, kept his phone face down. I tried not to think too much of it. We were both busy, stressed, parents. But then he missed our daughter's dance recital. He promised he'd come. She stood on stage looking for him in the crowd, and he just wasn't there. He called that night and said something came up, a late meeting. I almost believed him, until I drove to his office the next night with his favorite takeout, hoping to surprise him. The security guard looked confused. "Mr. Reynolds? He left 2 hours ago. Said he had dinner with a client." I sat in the car, hands shaking, opened the tracking app we installed years ago, just in case. He never turned it off. The blue dot said he was at Aurelio's, our favorite restaurant, special occasions only. I drove there, parked across the street, looked through the window, and there they were, James and Sophia, in a booth, sharing wine, laughing. He was holding her hand across the table. Then he reached over and tucked her hair behind her ear. I didn't cry. I took photos. Then I drove home, put the kids to bed, sat in the kitchen with those pictures zooming in on their faces. I was shaking with anger. I found Sophia's Instagram, public account. Lots of quotes like, "Protect your peace." And there he was again, her husband, Daniel, tall, smiling, totally clueless. I sent him a letter, told him I needed to talk about his wife, gave him my number. He called days later. We met at a quiet cafe. He asked, "What is this about?" I said, "Our spouses are cheating on us." Together, I showed him the photos. He went pale. His hands shook. He didn't say anything for a minute. Then he asked, "How long?" "At least 3 months." Then I said, "I have a plan." They had another dinner reservation this Friday. Same restaurant, same time. I'd already booked the table next to theirs. We let them order, let them drink, let them laugh, then we ruin it. He stared at me, then nodded. Friday came. I wore a black dress James used to beg me to wear. Put on the earrings he gave me for our anniversary. Daniel showed up in a suit, looked sharp, calm. We walked in. The hostess led us to our table, right next to theirs. James had his back to us. Sophia was facing our way, but didn't notice. They were drinking wine, smiling, leaning in. We waited, let them eat, let them flirt. Then I stood up, walked to their table. "Oh wow," I said, smiling. "What a small world." James froze. Sophia's face strained. "Elena," he started. I cut him off. "James, meet Daniel." Sophia's husband Daniel walked up, calm, silent, placed an envelope on the table. I did the same. "Divorce papers," I said. "Already filed." Sophia gasped. James reached for me. "Elena, wait." Please, I pulled my hand away. "Enjoy dinner." We walked out. He called 30 times that night, texted things like, "It didn't mean anything. I love you. Let's fix this." Then came the flowers, then the letter, then a text from Sophia. "Please, meet me. I am pregnant." I stared at the message, told Daniel. He said, "She told me the same thing. I don't care anymore." James begged me to come home, said he'd raise the baby with me, said I was his real family. I moved out the next week, took the kids, changed the locks. He cried, said he made a mistake. I told him mistakes don't last 3 months. He still texts sometimes, says he misses us. I don't reply. Daniel moved away. New job, new city. We check in sometimes. No drama. Just 2 people who watched their lives blow up and kept walking. James has a baby now. I hope he enjoys co-parenting with the woman who destroyed his marriage. Me, I got everything I needed when I dropped those papers on his table and walked away